Hi and welcome to this video. In this tutorial, I will show you how to add new user groups and adding your employees, then assigning them different user groups. So OpenCart by default comes with two user groups, which is the administrator and demo. So I will show you how to add a new group, and this group, just click on the add new button that is on the top right, and then you land on a form where you are supposed to select the permissions that you want to give to this group of users, and also the extensions that you want this user group to have access and modification rights, sorry. So by default, you none of them has been checked. So first, I'll provide the name like employees. Sorry, employees. So these are maybe my shop employees. And then for permissions, I'll just select, for example, catalog. Now, for those who might not understand this, for example, catalog uh, / attribute is basically a route that that shows the attributes page, and then the catalog attribute group. This one is attribute groups. You can find them under catalog and then attribute and attribute groups. For other ones, like for example, um, something like customer, you can find them just below here, customer, and then it has different other routes like customer edit, etc. So these are mainly routes that you access. And for example, we have this route user, like when you check in this link bar, there is the user and under user permission. So for purposes of this video, I will only allow this user group to have access to the catalog only. So I will only select the ones that start with catalog. So catalog filter, catalog manufacturer, option, product, review, and this. Good. I think we can start with those ones. So this means that this user group will have access to the permissions that I've assigned them. We also have the permissions to modify. Can they modify any of these items? So if I don't check on this side, it means they have access, but they can't modify. So I'll just do a simple one, like for example, review. They have permissions to modify reviews, and maybe something like manufacturer. Okay, and then for extensions, I'll just leave it empty. For maybe you can try how playing around with them and see how different things work. Okay, so I'll save, and then once I've saved that, I'll go back to system users and then user groups. I should see that um, user group. Now it's time to assign store users to this user group. So go to the users navigation and then add a new user. So by now I only have one user, so I'll add another user and just say employee, for example, as the username, employee one, or actually let me just use Victor. Then for the user group, I'll just select employees. Then for the name, I'll use Victor. And then you can add email. Sorry, you can add an image that will be displayed here on a password. So for the password, I'll just use a random password. This autocomplete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then make sure this is enabled, otherwise they won't be able to log in. So there we have our user. email address already registered. Okay, I'll need to change this address to something like the homestra gmail. So save it. Now we have our user. So you can check that you have added the details correctly. Now we have it here and the status is enabled, meaning we can log in. So I will log out, then log in as Victor and see the kind of permissions that I have. So Victor, and then, okay, so there we go. Yeah, so we've logged in. Just save the password so that I can remember. So as you can see, we've given this particular user permissions to access the catalog items and custom fees. This one seems to be default. So let's see. So for example, our user had access to downloads. So you can see there's no downloads at the moment. And then you can, if you try adding a new item, you will be told that you don't have the rights. So these are test file. Then let me just upload some random file, like a flowchart. Then mask is just something, some statement. So you can see you do not have permissions to modify. And even if you try to save it, you'll notice that you do not have permissions to modify downloads. Though we have the permissions to add a new manufacturer, so we can test that and say, for example, manufacturer name is YouTube. I'll leave the other items blank, so I'll just save. So please check your errors. Okay, YouTube. So you can see we are able to add a manufacturer. So guys, that's how we can assign different users different permissions so that they can help you manage your website. That's it for now. See you in the next video.